Hey guys, welcome to another exciting opportunity. So here's the deal. Members of cruisecasinomafia.com have heard me talk about my background in the trading industry that goes back all the way to the early 90s. I was always fascinated with taking money and turning it into more money without actually selling anything to anybody or having a brick and mortar business. My original involvement with the investment space came with stocks, like most people back then. Learning how to chart, technical indicators, all these things that now are so simple due to the internet. Back then, they weren't. From stocks, I moved into options, futures trading, Forex, and eventually the crypto space that I've been in for the last few years. During this period of time, I was so lucky to get involved with people that were at the forefront of using technology and algorithms and things like that. And I can even tell you that I was one of the first people to use one of the platforms that was used and still is being used for Forex traders and create kind of what we call bots now. We didn't call them bots back then. They were just robot traders. They were a series of code that jumped you into trades and jumped you out of trades. And I did some really evolutionary things with those concepts to be able to learn how to trade without picking directions. So I was one of the first guys to do what we call grid trading back then. So I've done a lot of interesting things. Over the last few years, you guys know that the only things I've really done with trading is to help a very small group of people with crypto. And it was not day trading. These are trades that are more swing trades. So you don't have to monitor them every day. I just didn't have the time to put my hands on stuff, and I have to focus on that on a daily basis. Well, a lot of you have asked, and today is the day. If you're seeing this, we are either already ready to go or within a couple of days of opening up Crypto Mafia. And I want to talk about what this is. It's so much more than what I've been saying. So I think it's time to kind of pull the curtain back. Crypto Mafia is going to be my leap back into the investment field. And I'm going to take everybody with me that is part of this venture. So what you're doing here with Crypto Mafia and what we're doing is we're opening up the door to what I've been saying, which is an alert system kind of for people that don't want to day trade, but want to gain access to the incredible volatility in crypto. And what does that actually mean? You know, here's the thing that you've got to learn. If there's no volatility in an asset, there's no real money to make. So things that move at a snail's pace, unless you already have millions of dollars, you're not going to make, big money from small money if things don't really move up and down. That was always the attraction in the Forex market. The problem with a lot of things in the Forex market is the wild swings are not very predictable, and you've got to last through some really terrible times. That's the only unfortunate thing with Forex. With crypto, it's a little bit more predictable if you're handling and dealing with things that are better coins, so to speak, the top 100 coins. So I am going to be giving you guys throughout the year these alerts for anybody that joins Crypto Mafia. Sometimes you're going to come a little bit quicker because of the pace of the crypto market. It's accelerating, it's moving up and down. Other times there's not going to be as many alerts. So what happens during those downtimes? Well, this is what I can finally tell you, is that I am finally reaching back out to a lot of my colleagues in those other areas that didn't walk away like I did. What does that mean? It means that my colleagues that are on a daily basis still working in the futures market for all these years, still putting in the big hours at stocks and options, as well as some incredibly unique concepts in the crypto industry. Some of these I brought up in the past, and some of you have watched some of those videos. Things like liquidity pools, where it's completely passive and you're actually kind of the toll, the toll road from somebody going from, let's say, Ethereum into Cardano or something like that, and you're making a piece of the action. So a lot of you have said that that's very interesting to you, but you don't think technology-wise you're comfortable doing those things personally. Well, here's the deal. We are going to be shifting gears, and I'm going to be putting together the ability and packages for each one of you that gets involved with Crypto Mafia to not just get the alerts, but now you're going to be gaining access to some of the most private opportunities for passive income situations that most people will never learn about, okay? Some of these are going to have minimums, so they may not be for everybody. They're not going to be things that anybody just put in $500. There are other opportunities here that we're going to go in as a group or a collective again, so that we may be able to lower the minimums by going in as a collective or a group, like we're doing with some of the casino opportunities that we now have. So these are all things that are going to play out little by little over the next few months. Some of these opportunities I'm going to be able to open up to the full Cruise Casino Mafia membership. Other things are only going to be able to be opened up to people that are actively involved in crypto mafia. All right. Those, if they're limited basis, the crypto mafia people are going to get first access to those as well. So all of these things are not going to be for every one of you. Some of you are only going to be interested in things that have to do with crypto. Some will be open-minded and interested in things that are a little bit more risky. So let's talk about that real quickly. I will always explain to you what I believe is the risk factor. So there's going to be opportunities that are going to be very risky, but the payoff is going to be substantial. Okay? There are going to be other opportunities where there's not going to be that much risk. And of course, the payouts will be a little bit less. And I learned a long time ago, it's not about only taking high risk or low risk. It's about creating batches. It's about diversifying. And I'm always going to explain to you how I'm handling that. So maybe it'll give you a little bit of an idea for yourself. But not everything has the same risk level, and not everything that I'm going to be introducing to you is completely passive. Some things you're going to have to be a little bit more involved with, and they may not be for you. Other things are completely passive. And again, the risk level is going to go from a 1 to a 10 on all of these. I have decided to open the door finally. And this is what we're going to do. It's going to be life-changing stuff for some of you. It's going to be paycheck generating stuff for some of you. I have discussed these things and kind of walked around the edges for the last couple of years. Too many of you have come forth and said, why am I not bringing some of those things forward? Well, I'm going to start doing them now. But understand, everything comes with risk. Whether it's the risk that we already understand with the casino income generating stuff, and you guys understand that some of the systems we show over there are more risky, but they also make more money quickly than some of the more slower, grindy systems. We'll start to translate that mentality into what we're going to be doing here with Crypto Mafia, all right? It's the same exact thing. It's a balancing routine. Everything is about balance. We are never going to be able to make things pay off incredibly ROI without any risk. So it really comes down to balancing where your funds are. You become your own personal hedge fund manager. That's the way that I'm going to start explaining things to you guys. It's a recipe. And that's what I do. And I'm going to show you how I do that. So am I going to be involved with smaller money and some of the higher risk things? Yes. But I'm going to balance that with things that are not as risky. All right. So this is where we're going. Each one of the opportunities that's introduced is going to be very different from the one prior. So you're not going to want to just throw all of your money, your risk money, into one thing. You're going to want to be able to play the game, and you're going to be able to put your hands in the pots of multiple different things that we're going to be doing. So with that being said, the core element here is exactly what I've been telling you it's going to be. It's going to be our crypto swing tradey kind of stuff. It's not that scary, okay? You're not going to be watching it on an everyday basis. You're going to be looking at it for longer term gains, meaning months to the entire year. And you're going to move in and out of those trades very easily. There's not a lot to learn. It's not complicated. I am going to teach you basket trading, okay, which is a concept that I've been using for many years in crypto as well as other things. And that's kind of how to become your own hedge fund guy, all right, or girl. So that's coming for anybody that joins. So if you're watching this video, you are gaining access. There's only going to be 100 people, like I've said before, in Crypto Mafia. 100 people, that's it. If you're watching this video right now, you're getting in on the introductory price. It's an annual fee. This stuff takes a lot of my time to be able to develop and really, really review and evaluate before I ever bring it to you guys. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So $4.99 is way less than the time I'm putting in. I can tell you that, on top of everything else I already do. So this may be on the page already with the subscription button below. If you're watching this before the actual Crypto Mafia page is open, it means you're getting an early glimpse, and then the page will open with this on it, and you'll be able to hit the subscription button. What you're going to find is that we're going to make this as simple as possible. We don't have time here to do all kinds of fancy website stuff at the moment. So this is going to grow from a website point of view, but almost all the alerts you're going to be getting are going to be an email alert that something new is going on. Just like you do with Cruise Casino Mafia, you're going to be able to go to a back end specifically for this, and you're going to be able to see the PDF with whatever links and information you need. After that, we'll grow the back end so that there's more information, there's more videos, there's a lot more going on. But to get this thing started now, it's going to be pretty cookie cutter, because you're not going to need bells and whistles to get involved in a lot of these things. So that's it. Finally off and running here. Remember, guys, this is a component of an overall view. You've got to start looking at your finances and start developing an overall perspective like a hedge fund manager. We know that you love the casino stuff just like we do. That should be a piece of a bigger puzzle. If you already have a 401k and things like that, that's great. So what we're developing is alternative investment concepts for you that can make an impact today. Not once you retire or years later or 30 years down the road, but things that can start replacing some of the time-sucking elements, meaning jobs, right? Meaning jobs. If you can replace one paycheck, another paycheck, or if you not replace, but add to what you're already making initially, which means that you can get rid of your debt, which is what all of us want to do, slowly but surely wipe out the debt. Your life becomes such a different place. If you wipe out debt, everything changes. Everything changes. Your entire life changes. Your outcome, your psychology, your stability, your ability to do other things, help other people, your ability to take other risks, other chances, get involved in other opportunities, travel, see the world. The whole world opens up to you when you can do that. You don't need a lottery ticket to do that. That's what I preach to you guys all the time. You don't need the lottery ticket. You need one paycheck at a time. You need to get rid of debt, one piece of debt at a time. Start focusing on the small picture, and all of a sudden, everything starts to work out. That's what I'm going to be teaching you in Crypto Mafia, and that's what we're going to be doing going forward. I hope to see you guys join, and the 100 spots is going to get filled up very quickly. There's a lot of people on the waiting list that have been waiting for me to do this for a very long time. Join, get in, and let's get going. Take it easy. We'll see you on the inside. Bye-bye.